Tuesday, Tubi, movie night. Tuesday, Tubi, movie night. Tuesday, Tubi, movie night. Tuesday, Tubi, movie night.
Oh, it's Tuesday.
That's right.
The hell you is?
Baby, it's time to ride the funk train.
Is it though?
Who was clapping?
Huh?
Who was clapping? Was that
All the
Raimi already? Is
fans.
Raimi here?
It was all of our fans, dude.
Raimi, where's he at?
All the people in the world. Yes. So we lost a fan last week by not doing the show.
There he is, right there.
You can see that Raimi was here for about 2 hours.
Oh shit! He's
Hello.
back.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Hello. I'll check back at 9:30.
Man.
And this is how you lose a fan. Oh well, I guess no show, and he was pretty irritated. I think
You totally no showed too.
Well, we were. It was.
Is that somebody
Luke was,
eating? What is that?
Yeah, it's, I'm eating a block of cheese.
You gotta mute that mic, man.
I'll mute it right for a second until he's done eating. So, yeah. So we Luke was rocking and rolling in Gatlinburg. Guys, always check out Luke. He's not normally eating at his shows. He's rocking and rolling until the break of dawn over in Gatlinburg at Shamrocks, typically on a Thursday. But today, Zombeavers. Is it true? Is it possible that this actually might be a fantastic movie? Since we've been doing this for 5-6 months, I don't know how long, 4 or 5 months. This may be the best damn thing that came down the pike. What do you think about that, Luke?
I actually still like Don't Fuck in the Woods better, but I think this was also probably our first movie that was that. I mean, what do you think the budget? This was $3 to $5 million.
It had to at least be 100,000. It had to at least be 100. So it kind of. We'll get into it, but Brandon, what did you think about this guy?
It's one of those things where you really set yourself up for a terrible movie just from title alone and description, and then you go, "Oh, wait a minute, this is not bad." And then after the movie's over, you're like, "Was that really one of the best zombie movies I've seen in the last 20 years since Shaun of the Dead?" And then you go, "Yeah, that was pretty amazingly, outstandingly, swervingly, really good."
All right, so let's look here at the da-da-da-da.
Not the trailer, so we don't get copyrighted.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Beavers.
But Zombeavers, made in 2014. This thing's 10 years old, so that means all these hot chicks have kids and shit already, and they're not as hot as they used to be.
They all have beaver teeth now.
They actually a fun weekend turns into madness and horror for a bunch of groupies. And
then the Tubi thing was like a super sexy, and I'm like, this movie was not super sexy.
The girls were cute, but they're
extremely sexy.
The only thing the shorts. The director Ruben, I think he really liked girls in shorts. So I mean, I agree with him.
But director was Jordan Rubin. Writers were Al Kaplan, Jordan Rubin, John Kaplan. Stars Rachel Melvin, Courtney Palm, and Lexi Atkins. I don't know if these were groupies or not, but this you can see for the.
What were they? What were they groupies of?
I know they didn't say anything about a band. This was all about they went to the woods. This was, they went to the woods because the blonde girl. This one here with the teeth coming out of her. Wow, boy, there's spoiler alert in this thing.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Yeah, they went to the woods because it was supposed to be the three girls and their boyfriends go to the cabin,
and then crashed the party.
Well, no, but it was supposed to be originally the three and the boyfriends, but then the one girl or the one guy cheated on the blonde girl, so they decided to have a 3-day or just girls only trip for the weekend.
Raimi's back. We thought we were talking about. We thought we lost you, Raimi. We were posting your shit from last week about not You
Now-
were like sitting here for 2 hours going.
Now let me ask this about the movie. Do you think it was a mistake to bring the guys in?
I think
Yes.
Ramey's comments remind me of what I do to Vinny if I don't hear from him in a week.
Yes.
Hello? Okay. Are you there?
But to answer you, Luke, yes, I think, and Ramey, thank you, and we're sorry about last week. I had heat stroke and Luke had a show. But yeah, well, look, the cat is out of the bag here. Within the first 10 seconds of this show, I was sitting there going, boy, that guy's doing a really good Bill Burr imitation. Okay, it has Bill Burr and John Mayer opening scene.
Which I thought that was Taylor Kitsch. Then you said it was John Mayer. I thought it was Taylor Kitsch.
I thought it was the guy. He looked like the guy. If you've ever watched Ricky Gervais's shows like Extras and stuff, there's like a disgusting guy with a mustache. He's British. I thought it was that guy, but it was John Mayer. And those were excellent. So this is a good thing to show. This was an excellent way to show filmmakers get funny people to do your funny dialogue.
Well, yeah, and Jordan Rubin was a comedian, so that's how he got Bill Burr. But if you watch the outtakes at the end, like John Mayer was hitting some zingers, man, in the outtakes.
Well, John Mayer's funny. He was on the Chappelle show. He's been featured on that before. But like,
I'm a huge John Mayer guy, so.
Well, I mean, I'm not into his music because I'm not. I have a.
You've never heard Gravity? Gravity is amazing.
Yeah, Selma. Who was that? That was Sandra Bullock. That was a good one. John.
You have a
George
fly in
Clooney.
your house there, Luke.
I know.
Yeah.
I see it. It's a little. It's what's weird is it's so. I mean, it's a gnat. It's not even a fly. It's just like a little freaking cat. Cat, you're not doing your job.
That cat sucks.
the cat gets now. If it's a flying rat, maybe, or a mouse. But yeah, so this was my whole point. I was gonna save, but this is not really a B movie, as Raimi put it. J.J. Abrams was involved. Frickin' Bill Burr. So, and there was like the older guy that was in the woods was like in CSI, and I mean, these had real actors and stuff. So this was like people with money pretending to make a B movie. And guess what? They did a good job. And so basically, Brandon or Luke, who either one of you want to say what the plot is before we review it?
OG Hugo says, "What's up, hillbillies?" Even though there's somebody from Baltimore, Chicago, and Detroit. I don't know how that works.
Well, God, we got to get this StreamYard onto Facebook X and Rumble. This is we're not growing our audience here, but okay. So the movie, they go out to the woods, and I think the first kind of weird thing they did was that I was, narratively, this movie was so good that I have to pick apart what I would have done differently, not what should have been done differently, but things that I would have done differently. I think that they got to the woods, they got to the cabin in the woods, and there's another house 50 yards away from it. And that kind of killed the loneliness of it, but it still worked out pretty good, except for a little narrative thing. But then, they're out, they go out, the three girls go out swimming. They find the Beaver Dam that's been coated with nuclear waste or whatever it was. And then there's a bear, and then there's another dude that shows up. And he's kind of, a Trumper. And then, that kind of takes the loneliness away from it. But this movie wasn't going so much for the horror as it was just going to put together campy B movie. So I guess that's all right. But then, but the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, they're just introducing people to get killed. And then they get back and the dudes show up. And I'm like, I don't like the annoying frat boy tropes. And if you actually watch the at the end where you get the personality of the guys that were in the movie, they are actually way funnier in the outtakes than they were. You could tell they were actually having a good time. They were fun people, but in the movie they had to play the annoying frat boys, and I hate annoying frat boys.
Well, I'd like to echo that. The movie started off great. Bill Burr, John Mayer, and it was hilarious. They hit a deer. Like Bill Burr is texting, and John Mayer's like, "Hey, do you see that deer?" And he's like, Yeah, man. And he just smashes it. That's what causes the barrel of toxic goo to go into the river, which mutates the beavers. And then it introduces the girls. Now the girls are kind of stupid, and one of them's kind of insipid, one's kind of slutty, blah blah blah. But it was
over the top.
Oh, but it was they're playing to the trope of the movie.
Yeah.
And I was digging it. And the brunette who showed her boobs, very hot, liked her a lot. And then, like you said, the guy showed up, and I was like, "Oh gosh, we didn't need the dudes." And
they showed up with a completely out of the movie fart joke. You know, it's like it's one of those things that kind of takes you out of the movie. You know.
But again, I think they were lampooning this a B movie, and they were doing something overly stupid, and it got real tropey. But then about 20 minutes left in the movie, they had a twist, and I loved the twist, which was if you did get scratched or bit by a zombie, eventually
you start becoming a beaver.
You start becoming a beaver, and seeing human beings turning into zombie beavers was pretty entertaining to see. And so, yeah, I mean, if you haven't,
twist too, you know, just
like we did last summer,
yeah. No, I think that was like we did last year. We were on the road last year.
We were doing the twist on Route 66. Let's see what some of these.
I'm going to go ahead and back us up a little bit because the main focal point of this movie is beavers, right?
Yes.
Well, I'd like to point out that beavers are engineers of nature. They're known for remarkable ability to build dams, lodges, and using branches, mud, and stones. Their constructions are they can change entire ecosystems by creating ponds that benefit other wildlife. They also have very impressive teeth. Beavers have strong, continuously growing incisors that are they chew freaking wood with their teeth. That's insane. Could you imagine even doing that? They're excellent swimmers. They're well adapted to aquatic life. They have unique tails. They have flat, scaly tail serves multiple purposes, including acting as a rudder while they're swimming.
They can use it for
while they're standing upright, you know, and a warning signal to when they slap it against the ground or the water.
They can use that in paddleball too, or a pickleball. Actually,
they're herbivores. And beavers actually have, you know, not staying with the theme of this movie, but they have monogamous relationships. Beavers mate for life.
Okay.
So a mated pair works together and to build and maintain their dam and lodge, and they raise their young together.
I don't care about the dam lodge.
Baby beavers are known as kits, K-I-T-S. I don't know if you knew that. And they have impressive communication skills. Beavers communicate through vocalizations, scent, markings, and tail slapping. And they use scent mounds made from mud.
Time out.
Come on, everybody. Tuesday, Tubi.
Had to do a timeout.
Start of this movie reminded me exactly of The Hike.
Oh yeah,
two guys driving in a truck, having banter back and forth.
That was Camp Smokey.
That's what I meant. Camp Smokey. My bad. I always get those two confused because they're the same movie exactly.
How do you think you could? Do you think you could get like a beaver could slapjack you in the taint? Like, you think if like you were swimming and you just like that, take that tail and just.
If you're doing like a doggy paddle and when your legs do spread wide open and there happens to be a freaking beaver right there, that beaver can flap upward with its tail.
I think we need to do studies on what the best sound of getting your taint slapped is. I think a beaver tail right now is in the lead,
or a Ric Flair chop.
Ric Flair chop. Now, because that's too awkward of an angle. That's too awkward of an angle.
Even the two guys in the truck even looked like Vinny and the soda guy, the soda whatever.
Dustin.
I'm not gonna lie, they looked exactly like. I was waiting for him to meet some girl in a cabin or something. So watch Camp Smokey.
And
Zombeavers, and then look at the beginning and be like, oh, these are the same movies.
And I did see. I didn't realize this. I did see this movie before. I 5 minutes in, I realized I saw this movie before, and I remember when I watched it. Zombeavers. I watched it right after I watched one of my favorite movies that's not on Tubi. It's a B movie called Grave Encounters. It's a found footage.
That is a great. Did you see the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Grave Encounter stuff.
Yeah. I think they're free on
Prime.
Prime. So I think everybody should, if you're into kind of found footage. I mean, some of that stuff it gets pretty fucking scary.
Yeah,
but
absolutely scary. And I do want to make a confession. I did watch Zombeavers on Amazon Prime. No commercials.
No wonder we missed it last week. You fucked up the whole juju.
I did ruin the algorithm.
Hey, you threw the karma off.
Grave Encounters is on Tubi. If you guys,
is it really?
Yeah, if we want to watch it for next week.
I've got another thing I want to do for next week, but we definitely got to do Grave Encounters. That movie is fucking amazing.
I say we do Grave Encounters next week because
we'll do Grave Encounters next week.
A lot of fun. Also, I love the opening graphics. I thought they're really cool and almost adorable with the little beavers and the. We need to learn how to do stuff like that. The opening graphic. I love good opening graphics and good end of movie credits. I love stuff like that.
What's weird is it reminded me of the cartoon in Camp Smokey.
Yeah.
So we can do stuff like that. We got a guy.
Can you imagine how hard it was to film that scene with the beer, with the keg of toxic stuff? It looked like a beer keg. Can you imagine like floating that down the river, just being a slave to the elements, trying to? And I'm sure they took a million takes, but
yeah,
that was impressive because they got really good shots, like through the trees and stuff like that, of a beer keg just floating down. You can't rehearse that, so. High five on that.
They, I mean, this movie had a budget, though. I think that's the one thing. It's like, it's a B movie, but it's really not a B movie.
Well, and for 2014, it had a better camera and better, frame rate than most movies that are B movies that are made now.
Yeah, it's
because everybody's using their damn iPhone.
Well, speaking of budgets. I know that these beavers, these animatronic beavers, exist somewhere.
Oh, we got to have one.
I will trade you my autographed Iron Sheik Funko Pop.
Why is that video distorting that?
It's because I got the blurry background and it's dumb as shit.
Oh, I thought the AI was like no product placement or something.
That Iron Sheik Funko Pop is worth hundreds of dollars. I will trade you for a Zombeaver animatronic. I don't care if it's the shitty one. Just give me one of them. Now,
if that Iron Sheik autograph Funko Pop said "fuck the Hulk Hogan," I think it'd be worth thousands.
He said that when he autographed it.
Of course he did. That's all. Fuck the B. Brian Blair.
How did they get the dog to pee on command?
Oh, that was computer generated. You didn't notice that?
I did not. I thought the dog was actually peeing on. I didn't look that close at the dog.
I would say if this movie ran under $3 million, most of that money went to like the guy with his foot. And I'd hate to do spoilers for this movie, but we would just watch a trailer that had just about every spoiler in it. The guy gets his foot eaten off. They probably had a lot of, digital effects or budget to remove his foot. They had some digital beavers in there along with the animatronics. The P was, but
I will say that my notes were written last week when I didn't think Luke was going to be here. So I did make a lot of jokes about Luke. And I do have one here that says, on behalf of Luke Walker, I will comment that all these girls were really hot. Way too young for Luke, almost too young for me.
I didn't think so.
I thought you may.
The brunette was great looking, dude. The final girl was hot.
I mean, she was movie average.
Well, I mean, isn't that though what we're used to? I mean, when you do a B movie, these guys go down to the catch and the mouse ear or whatever, and they get these girls that are swinging around on a pole and go, "Hey, do you want to be in a movie?" I mean,
she was walking around topless and everything when she met the hillbilly in the field, and they're all rubbing oil on each other. I mean, this checks all of your boxes, Luke.
But I mean, I don't know. To me, I think like Candy and Brittany, the girls we put in our movies were way better than these.
No, not those two.
How dare you?
Ugh.
Yeah,
What
man.
kind of budget do you need in your movie to have a bear? I want a bear in one of our next movies.
Dude, I got like 7 right across the street. We could I'll just start recording.
The bears are ripping up his Jeep top, but
there's one with 2 little tiny babies, like cat-sized babies out there today.
We have one of the people in the Big and Funky Productions crew that
you hear that? These fireworks? It is freaking 10:30 at night.
She was it's irritating. She was the animal wrangler that I think they call it for Groundhog Day. But
Corky?
Yeah, I don't know if Corky ever handled a bear though. But we'd have to do with us. It'd be a guy in a bear suit.
Well, I had these 2 guys that were really, really friendly the other night. They kept calling me a bear, so maybe they're like, they were really nice guys. They kept trying to rub my back. They
had nice shoes that matched the belt.
They bought me a couple drinks, fucking fondled my nuts. It was great. These guys were awesome.
Well, then you're
I am the big bear.
You meet some nice guys at those shows, I bet. Some nice people.
Raimi says Luke has some damn standards.
I like when they were playing Would You Rather in the cabin, and I want to play that with you guys.
We'll pass on that.
I'm
for it. I'm for it.
Would you rather have a constant itch on your nose or constantly have something stuck in your teeth that everybody notices?
Nose.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Would you rather have a constantly itchy nose or have something constantly stuck in your teeth?
Oh, hold on. Inside the nose or outside the nose?
I just put on your nose.
On the nose, I'm with nose.
I'm with nose.
Would you rather have to always wear a wedding dress or tuxedo or always wear a swimsuit?
Wedding dress. I'm in.
Would you rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Horse-sized duck. If I'm going out, I want to die to something epic like that, man.
Yes, I think. And then do we get to tame it and then ride it?
Yes.
Oh man, we need a horse-sized duck immediately, dude.
Would you rather have to announce every time you're going to fart or have an extremely loud sneeze that scares people around you?
Dude, I announce every fart anyway.
I have number 2 anyway. I scream.
Would you rather have edible spaghetti hair that regrows every night or sweat maple syrup?
Oh, the spaghetti. Fuck maple syrup.
Dude, if it grows every night, you can just have spaghetti. You just cut it. And
then maple syrup's going to be sticky and all. Oh.
You would have to. You could become a TikTok superstar with fucking spaghetti head.
Spaghetti head. Yeah, that's the name right there.
You could be a spaghetti head. You know you want to do it.
You could be a low rent
meatballs, huh?
You could be a low rent superhero. Spaghetti head.
Zoe in this movie was everything. I think Zoe was just.
Is that the brunette?
Yeah, the main heel, the bitch.
Yeah,
the topless one.
Well, that's what you like.
No, if I was gonna like her attitude, I like heels. Some.
If I was gonna pick one, I'd pick the blonde. And I'm not really a blonde guy, but that's the other thing I would have changed. I wouldn't have killed Tommy. I think Tommy was a sympathetic character. I don't think they should have killed him.
Which one?
I don't think
he's the one that got cheated on. He's the one that got cheated on.
Did anybody else pick up that the 3 guys, actually, kind of the girls too, reminded you of the Breakfast Club? You had the nerd with the hat. You had the dark leather jacket guy. And then you had the sports guy. Wow. It looked like the Breakfast Club, in my opinion.
That's a good observation. I don't know. I don't. Breakfast Club's a little bit in the back of my old dusty cobweb.
I will say. Thank God there was no stoner comic relief character.
Yes, thank God.
But there was though the one guy with the hat, the stoner.
I mean, he really was, dude. His
line. What was the line when he was having sex with you? Oh God, you're way too good for me, or something.
And my mother never loved me. Yeah. Now I will say the line of the movie is, "I am just college girls over there scissoring to Lady Gaga." That was when I decided I loved the movie.
I was sweet. You were way too hot for me. That was my favorite line of the movie.
Yeah.
I also like
but
the fact that it took 27 minutes to see the first zombie beaver.
Hey, Pack Billy's here. Made it to the live stream. Welcome, Pack Billy.
There he is, man.
that's why we need to put this on Facebook Live and X, man.
We got some heat today.
But no, I mean, I do appreciate I do appreciate Zoe taking her top off. I think that also kind of set up to where you think that other tops are coming off, and it's not that kind of movie. I did like that he set up this. It's going to be this kind of movie, and then it wasn't, because then when the twist of people turning into Zombeavers, I mean, it was kind of like what we do, where especially in WJHC, where it's ha 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 ha, oh fuck.
That's my favorite horror movie. I like it when it's a comedy or it's something sweet or a rom-com, and then the horror movie breaks out. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Now,
and that's why we do that.
Till dusk till dawn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like the.
But also, like what Evil Dead 2 and kind of the Ash Williams Evil Deads did, and it's also what Dusk Till Dawn did, is that this movie probably would have benefited from. Even though I thought it was a great movie, but what I done is people realize that if you're going to make the reason everybody loves Evil Dead 2 from Dusk Till Dawn is because there was a badass. There was no badass in this movie.
And Salma Hayek.
Yeah, and Salma Hayek. Yeah. But there was no badass in this movie. Like Ash Williams, what made that his character so beautiful is the horror fucked him up so bad he just didn't give a fuck anymore. Cuts his hand off, puts a chainsaw on it. Shops at S-Mart. It's just this movie would, I think, if they make a sequel, that would be cool. It's just kind of like Don't Fuck in the Woods. I think they should have, they kind of tried to make that chick a badass, but it just, it was too quick.
The missing foot was great.
Yeah.
When he held up his foot, I thought that was fantastic. Yeah. Though I did have a problem. My first problem with the movie was that I'm not sure how the guy who lost a foot was able to swim ashore and then make it back to the cabin, because I've lost a foot once and it's not easy to get around.
Yeah, you're gonna lose all your blood really fast.
You're gonna turn pale white.
Yes,
and you're not gonna want to walk on it.
if you're in water and you lose your foot, you're going to bleed out within seconds.
Well, if you remember the effect, which was great, is when he got bit. I mean, it was just like a big giant explosion of red water. I mean,
of blood. Yeah,
he would have been dead in seconds.
Or shock or something immediately. Yeah, it's not a.
Yeah. Also, the jock Tommy was a skinny motherfucker. You see that when he had his shirt off? I was like, dude, how if he's supposed to be this guy's supposed to be the jock? Well, yeah, Ash was, he was a reluctant badass, but he was so traumatized by all that happened that he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to do this shit.
I also have bonus, because you weren't here last week in my notes, I have bonus Luke points for an almost sexy lesbian scene. Luke would have loved that.
I know, I absolutely love that, and especially because
that's into a zombie beaver. The scene was very well done. So yeah,
I know that was when the twist happened. And that is exactly what I like, and exactly what we were shooting for in Camp Smokey in a scene that I can't spoil. Is that's the best thing you can do is turn people on and then turn them off as quickly as possible. It's a light switch. You turn it on
by showing the butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but by the way, I just want to appreciate.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Salma Hayek is still
like showing the butthole. What the hell does that mean?
That's how you turn them off.
Depends on the butthole.
It depends on the butthole, dude.
Well, I'm not into that. That's
I've seen your butthole. You've got a well polished butthole.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I just want to say to
the rest of them is hairy, but that butthole is nice and groomed.
I just want to say to Ramey, I appreciate the damn puns.
All these damn puns. Yeah, that I did like that too. That they were doing all the beaver jokes, and then somebody's like, "Could you knock it off with the fucking beaver jokes?" That worked. That worked pretty well. Yeah. I think that this movie was more thought out than it. But I also think that the one thing they didn't do is like I said, the outtakes were way more fun than the intakes.
That's what she said. How much money they had people jumping out of windows, like from the top.
Yeah.
That was badass though.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's not like indie movie stuff. We can't have people jump out a window. We probably could.
No, I'll do it.
But we won't.
No,
I'll jump out a window for you. I don't care.
We're too old now, guys.
But then we have to buy a window. That's the problem.
Dude, I'm not too old until it hurts.
I'm just saying
Brother,
windows are expensive.
I was your tag team partner for the last 3 years of your career, and about 1 out of every 2 matches you were hurting yourself, and I was like having to carry you like the.
Well, I was also a fat fuck back then.
It doesn't matter. You were tough, and you were 5 years younger. No windows. We got to get younger actors to jump out.
Dude, I dove through a window with the police academy. We'll be all right.
We got Hack. We got Hack. He'll go through a window.
Hack will jump. Hack will jump through Hack just jumped through a window.
Candy.
We don't have to ask him.
If we throw her hard enough.
Yeah, I don't want to screw up her face. She's a moneymaker.
Yeah, Hack just jumped through a glass window just while we were talking, and he didn't even hear us.
$45 and a hot dog.
We need to get some Zoomers and Gen Alphas that we don't like and throw their asses through windows. And don't even get the trick glass, the gimmick glass. Just throw them through the plate glass and tell them to suck it up. Dude,
have you ever gone through plate glass? That shit. It's like when you jump through water, jump into water, and you think that you're just gonna splash. And then you're a little too, and then you hit that water, and it's like hitting a fucking wall. That's what the glass is like. You think it's going to break immediately, and you're just going to go right through it. Nope. It hits. It's like punches you in the face and then breaks.
Why did you go through plate glass? Whoever threw your ass out of a bar? You're 7 feet tall.
Dude. I walked head first into it because it was a very clean door.
You're used. I've been to your house. You're used to fingerprints all over the doors and sliding glass.
Dude, you haven't been to my apartment. Oh, you've been to my apartment, but I'm a clean motherfucker.
Well, you've got cats. It takes it all away.
And a vacuum cleaner.
It's like the twins' house.
Oh my God, the twins' house.
I love the twins.
There's a part in Vinny's Fantastic Rock and Roll Adventure where Vinny is at the twins. He wakes up at the twins' house. Remember? And when they shaved him and they sucked the poison out of his wiener and all that. You have to watch the movie.
Well, Pack Billy, we are the stunt guys. I mean, why the hell would we be pro wrestlers and not do our own stunts?
Well, listen, Vinny's eyes were like red, and he was basically crying, which worked great for the scene.
Because it looked like I had an infection in my body. Yes,
because he just got stung by a scorpion on his dick, and he wakes up in this twins' house, and they shaved him and whatever. But
but that
to the cats that it made his eyes red and it smelled like piss in there so bad that he was done. It was great. It looked great.
The twins have this giant washing machine cat litter vagina looking.
Do you know how much that thing cost on Amazon?
Yeah, those things are not cheap.
It's like $400.
And it wasn't. They weren't using it properly because it smelled like a cat vagina in that whole place. I couldn't take it. Nobody can see what you got.
Now, hold on. We did overlook that was probably my mark out scene of the movie is when that chick busts into the bathroom while the cheaters are going at it, and she's a beaver and bites him in the dick. That was awesome.
That's a very Luke moment. Would you get a PlayStation 4?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a toilet? What is that?
You know what that is.
It's a bidet seat. It's a bidet
talk
seat.
About a colossal buy for no freaking reason.
Looks like a flat thumb.
Look at it.
It's a Nintendo Switch. Woo! Where'd you get that?
Look at that.
Hell yeah. Oh, shit.
One of daily vitamins. Check that out.
I'm trying to let you read this and see what it has an air dryer for your asshole. It's pretty wonderful.
Say that on the box.
It does too. It says it right there.
Air dryer for your asshole. Right there. I see it. Right. Oh man, Vinny went through movie props. So I got some movie props. Dude.
Luke, today I did a video.
What are we doing here? Huh?
It's ass soap. It's ass soap.
I went back to the ass joke on my video I posted
today. Dude, the ass soap joke is the best. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, I got a movie prop here somewhere.
Oh, there you go.
Some ghetto fool tried to spell Atlanta. There it is, right up there.
I dig it. All right, guys. So, great. It was a good movie. I think we all agree. So, do you want to go really quick over the final review and we'll score the damn thing?
I would like to say that in the end.
Jerome's in the house, brother.
There he
Tell me
is.
It is. Siamese twins will join at the head. Come on, make it nasty. Do.
Give it to me, Jelly Bean.
Like Jerome in here. We got oh my god, we got almost double-digit viewers. So
I would like to say at the very end of this movie, I did enjoy how they put the last two survivors in basically a no-win situation.
Yep.
I did enjoy that. And there's a beautiful little swerve here and there, then another swerve, and then another swerve. And then
a throwback joke to end the movie.
A callback to Bill Burr and John Mayer, which was perfect.
It also had the ending was kind of a little Texas Chainsaw.
Yep. I'll just say I'll go first here on the review. This was by far the best movie we've seen. However, I do think it's cheating
on this show.
On this show, yes, yeah.
Not ever.
No. This was better than Oppenheimer. I'll go out and put that out there.
I watched that with you. It's that right next to you. We shared popcorn.
So, like, Brandon,
did you do the dick hole in the popcorn?
No, Brandon has misophonia. Brandon can't take people chewing.
No,
and so he had to go sit over, like in the when you come out of the that spot in the theater where it's like the chair that's over the tunnel where nobody sits. It's basically where, like, if you want to throw ice on people walking out or something,
which I did. I threw popcorn at you every time, you and your daughter and your wife, every time you pass by. But it's not just chewing in movie theaters. It's people talking on their phones, wrinkling plastic, like when they're opening candy wrappers. And just, I freaking hate movie theaters. I really honestly do.
Well,
they can be showing one of our movies, like our grand premiere, and I'm still going to sit in that freaking dugout seat way away from everybody. There'll be a lot of room if it's our movies, so I can pretty much sit wherever I want.
You also,
I think if we do more premieres of our movies, we have to sit far away from Brad Cash.
So anyway, here's my synopsis. I mean, this is a good movie. There was a lot of money. We still don't know what the budget was for this. I would like to see if they spent
what was the budget for the movie Zombeavers,
or if they spent $1 million. I would guess maybe we're echoing through somebody's headset, Luke. It may be yours, buddy.
I don't think it's mine. I think it's Brett.
Let's see. Hello.
I think it's yours.
Yeah, it's yours. I just muted you. But anyway, it's kind of weird. There we go.
Oh, that's 10 years old already. Wow.
Yeah.
I think you said
I'm going to mute you for a second, Luke, until I'm done talking here, because I can't. It's kind of reverberating for some reason. I don't know why.
It's the worst.
Raimi said $5 million. So anyway, I'll get through my point here. Not a lot to talk about. This was people with money and people with a lot of talent, and Bill Burr and John Mayer and J.J. Abrams and the guy from CSI, and all these people were actually in real projects that paid them real money. They played and made a B movie for fun. It was fun. It started off great. It got a little bit worse. Then it got a little bit formulaic. And then the guys showed up and it was like, oh, the guys suck. But then there was a swerve when the people started turning into the zombie beavers. It got better. And the end was a perfect, like Luke said, callback. So I'm going to rate Zombeavers. I've never rated anything this high before. And we rate, Luke and I do, B to F, like in high school. There are no A's. It's B, C, D, or F. I'm not going to give it a B plus because I think they cheated because they had money. And I think the spirit of B movies is the micro budget, figuring things out. And the animatronics and stuff were great. And there was only a couple effects that looked really shitty. But I will give it a B. And this is my best movie of the year candidate so far. So I'm going with this guy. So that's my gimmick.
Under 2 million is what I just read online. So
that's still a lot of money.
That's a lot of movie. That's what Super Troopers 2 was made for. So
Yeah. Like
All
Luke and I and Brandon, we've never spent over $17,000 making a movie, and most of them are around 10 or less. So
I would like to see what we could do, or like the Don't Fuck in the Woods guys could do with $2 million in a movie.
I would just take the money. I'd do it for 20 grand like we do, and then I would just pay off the house and get like a Dodge Magnum with like
maybe
that's fraud. But I will say that I did not like. I liked. I still, to me, the movie of the year so far is "Don't Fuck in the Woods." But I would do. I thought this movie was great. I will also give it a B. I've watched it twice now, and I'm never going to watch it again. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I was happy that I watched it. Unlike most of the other movies we've watched, I never drifted off. I never picked up my phone and started leafing through it. I didn't pick up my new Nintendo Switch.
Your new bidet? You didn't get your bidet out of the box?
Look at it does. Look at it does. See all those features?
It's a lot of bidet features.
That's a lot of features for a toilet.
It's got a butt massager. I'm not making. It's got
a nightlight.
It's got a remote control on it. It's got a remote control.
But what are you going to look at? I mean, how are you going to see? What are you looking at with that nightlight?
That's not for
your phone.
Is there a camera on it?
No, but it would be great if there was.
Chuck Berry feature. That's not the nightlight is not.
It's got a camera under there, and it tells you can just watch when it's all clean.
Yeah, that's the nightlight's not for your benefit. It's for somebody else in the room.
Ramey gave it a D for damn.
Damn.
Jerome gave it 5 beavers out of 5.
Yep.
And I'm going to go ahead and give it a T for terrific, because I go by T for terrific, U for underrated, B for bad, just bad, and I for impossible to watch. But I'm giving it a T for terrific because it was T for terrific. I am itching for a bad movie.
Well, I think you need to use your bidet then.
I will. You know how many small parts this thing comes? It's easier to build a computer from scratch than to install this thing. I got a handyman coming, and his name is Manny. Handy Manny. I'm not making that up. He's Friday. So. Oh,
and I also have to do a quick reminder that we are the original Tuesday Tubi movie nights.
Yeah, there's.
I don't know if we are though. Did he do that before us? Did you rip him off?
He's a guy that interviewed me a couple months ago, and so he stole. There's a guy out there doing a Tuesday Tubi movie review who gets even less views than we do.
That's impossible.
Pack Billy popped for the Chuck Berry joke. I don't know if you saw the hike. I'll tell you how old I am, Pack Billy. I used that joke, the Chuck Berry watching somebody use the bathroom.
I made you change it.
And everybody said, "How old are you?"
Yeah.
So they made me change it to an R. Kelly reference, which is slightly more millennial.
Well, it reminds me that that total dog shit morning show on 103.5, the John Boy and Billy show. They're still making. I mean, it's 2024. They're still making Ike Turner jokes. Yeah. I was like, dude, you're borderline John Boy and Billy right now. Okay. Now, poop poop. I want. There's something I want out of life now. I finally have another goal. And what it is for the bottom of our movies on the preview panels on Tubi to say Tubi original. Because I've noticed that they are now endorsing low budget movies. Like there's one I'm looking at right now, the Deep Web Murder Show is a Tubi original. There was another one called Something House.
That's Something Else. It's
most popular horror.
That's a great idea. I'm going to check into that. See if we can't get a Tubi sponsorship. Maybe a little Tubi cheddar to make. All right,
there's one. She Came from the Woods, the Tubi original. I want a Tubi original. It's called Harland Manor. Okay, and we got to watch these movies and put them over and get Tubi on board with us, because these are the kind of movies we're watching anyway. But see, next week we want to do Grave Encounters because I love that movie. But then I think we start doing a couple weeks of the Tubi original horror movies.
Let's up the ante next week. Let's do Grave Encounters 1 and 2.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
You want to do that, Luke?
Is part 2 on this? Usually, I think they were okay. Because they're like distributed by 2 different places, so you can rarely find 1 and 2 together.
It's a great story all the way around. So I mean,
part 1 is far superior to it because it had a little more they were fucking with Ghost Adventures, is what they were doing. I mean, they were just like but then again, it was where I kind of got our idea for even with for movies is it was so good at this is fuck. And I love that. But Brandon, you don't have to keep showing us things. But I also kind of want to do. Vinny, did you ever watch Castaways?
No, just the singular version, which
No.
Tom Hanks.
Castaways is also a Tubi original. It's not really a horror movie. It's kind of like a post-apocalypse. But these two chicks get stranded on an island after the apocalypse happens, and I think we should do that one too. That thing was really good.
All right,
I want a really bad movie though.
As one of our friends here said, there's a billion. Jerome says you're in luck. There's a billion bad movies. We make them, so we know.
Eradication's a Tubi original.
Matt Billy says, I want you guys. Let's see if you guys want extra bad. Neil Brennan. Does he mean Neil Brennan?
No.
Dave Chappelle's writer delivers toilet gold every damn time. Neil Brennan. I don't know who that is.
Neil Brennan. There's a movie called Crabs.
This is a damn classy review.
Mutated by nuclear runoff, a horde of murderous horseshoe crabs descend on a sleepy California town and unleashes mayhem on prom night.
Yeah,
I'm from Baltimore. Great. I'm from Baltimore, so I'm about crabs.
I'm in on that after this one if you want to do it, so we can.
Yeah, but I said I do want to get to some of these Tubi originals. I think maybe we could start doing this every week.
All right. Ramey says F John Boy and Billy. Jerome says watch Sleepaway Camp. It's terrible with a surprise ending. What does that?
Yeah, but that was no. It's a B looking movie, but that was another big budget movie.
What Sleepaway Camp is?
Sleepaway Camp. Sleepaway Camp came out in like 1987. I kind of wanted to put over newer stuff.
Vinny, Luke, and I guess Brandon, I really missed you guys last week. Thank you, Ramy.
Sorry.
And it sucked that we weren't here, and I'm sorry that you were in the lecture. If you're on Facebook, befriend me, and if we ever have to cancel the show again, I post that on Twitter and Facebook and try to.
I have not had a day off since May because every day off I'm scheduled, which is usually Tuesday or Wednesday, somebody else cancels their show and I have to go fill in for them because I'm apparently the only person there. But I'm not complaining because I got the best job in the world. But man, I could use a day off.
I'm impressed that you haven't had heat stroke playing music.
Dude, I swear I thought Henry almost died Friday or Saturday.
Our friend Henry is a musician, and most of these shows are kind of outside on patios, and it's been extremely hot in Tennessee. And Henry is Asian, and Henry turned even more yellow.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is gonna sound racist telling you this, Henry, but you're yellow.
Like a jaundice kind of.
Yeah, he looked, and I was like, dude, you got to stop working these doubles in this humidity, man.
Why does Rainey hate horseshoe crabs so much? That's what I want to know. What's the story behind that?
There must be a story. Jerome says crabs is itchy.
Did your mom beat you with horseshoe crabs?
I don't know.
Or maybe the horseshoe crabs beat.
I think Jerome probably visited a brothel in Thailand there. Oh my. Well, anyway, guys, we love you. Let's talk about some of our stuff.
Well, I think if we really want to watch just like a completely depressing horror show, we should watch The Debate again.
That was
God, awful. It was bad.
Unliving.
Dude, I'm gonna do my Biden impression in the other window. I should have done this all night. Every time somebody else was talking, just been like.
Well, he looked like somebody took his batteries out.
I am not a Trump guy, as you know, but I think Trump won that stupid debate, even though everything he said was complete bullshit. But still,
yeah. Well, let's not get political on this. But anyway, so
where can we get political?
Well, not on this.
I want to get political, damn it.
Let's talk about something fun here.
Alien?
I'm the devil. And I'm the devil.
That's right, I'm Moonchild.
Moonchild, baby! That's right!
I'm Galaxy Man.
I'm Galaxy Man.
I'm the Rock Man.
J Funk Collins.
The Galaxy Man is going to the moon on these mermaids.
These kids
That's right, it's over for you, mermaid.
I had a good time buying all that
Ratman,
stuff at Dollar
Action
Tree.
Alligator is going to take a bite out of you.
The action alligator, yeah.
The devil's got the splooge cannon.
We made a kid say
Splooge Cannon!
The demon, the Moonchild, the Rat Man, and the Galaxy
That kid
Man.
was
It's
straight out of
us.
the 70s.
Collect them all here at Target. Millionaire Hugs Mansion, and Hard Rockin' Hugs Guitars, as well as Mermaid Terrorists, are all sold separately. It's Hugs. Hug it out, everybody. Collect them all.
How did that come together? Like, how did this whole
That
movie?
was,
There were so many elements in that movie. I don't know how it all came together. It makes no sense.
I love that. That was, I mean, Hugs came from a movie that Luke and I made, and then Brandon expounded upon it, and that was so. That's from a movie that's on Tubi called Vinny's Fantastic Rock and Roll Adventure. Be sure to check that out. And Brandon directed that.
Hugs.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
it went from Stephen Piercy to the Bullet Boys to Punk Rock Museum to
Enough's Enough, and possibly Striper.
Oh, I could have got you. I could have got you Chip's Enough. I'm related to him.
You know Chip? I know Chip. Chip, good guy.
All right.
You can answer the question.
Are you serious? I thought a question like that was illegal.
You were applying to be a DJ at a Southern gospel radio station.
This job is going to kill me.
Benny, this is the station owner's son, Jack Lowe Jr.
So you work out?
First day, you get to sit in with me, Sister Christian. My new show, God Jam, it's just about to start.
Oh, hey, man. They said your name was Fresh Meat.
I know those guys were stoner characters.
Your name was Benny.
Why would you use that as that's like the worst joke.
I didn't do this.
Funk, zany morning zoo man.
The hell of a bump.
Hello, thank you for calling WJHC AM.
I'm very worried about Y2K.
Why are you worried about Y2K?
Because I'm afraid of what's going to happen after Christ returns.
I am calm.
Oh, there you go. Money shot.
You should have slapped that thing around a little bit before you got in that shot.
Not acting. Vinny was not acting in that, dude. He was so grossed out by that stuff that I ever threw on him. Oh, Vinny was not acting in that.
You should have slapped it around a little bit, though, man. You know you're going to be in your underwear.
Sheena threw that on me, but yeah. So yeah, that's WJHCAM, which
you will not regret watching. You will not regret watching that movie. That movie is fucking amazing.
Ramey has had COVID all week. I didn't know that was still a thing.
Who the hell says COVID?
Couldn't watch the debate. Couldn't bring yourself to it. Trump for the win. Laughed my ass off. Brother had kiss dolls. Yeah, the whole hugs thing is a play on Kiss, obviously.
Well, it's because we knew we'd get sued if we actually put Kiss in there.
I'm kind of.
I'm still waiting for a lawsuit to come in for Hugs.
All we have to do is say that they're suing us, and I've talked to Brandon about that last year. A nice push, marketing wise, is if we call a lot of these small town newspapers in the South and say, "Hey, Gene Simmons is suing us for this movie we made." One of them. We'll put it on the newswire and bada boom.
Billy wants to know what that stuff was made out of that you got thrown on you.
Well, when you make a movie, you don't know what the hell you're doing sometimes. And I bought these giant ass water guns, but they were like electronic. And we were going to shoot. We're going to try to cut it off the nozzle and have it kind of do this like shotgun thing. But we made this puke. Our lady that we hired to do the makeup, and it was natural. I'll tell you what, I would have probably rather been sprayed with puke. I can't remember the concoction, but it was food and raw food, and it smelled horrible. And yeah, like Luke said, I'm not a good actor. That was me sitting there going, oh, and if you ever watch the movie, I get puked on twice by my ex-girl or my girlfriend. So, I had to endure that twice, and which
Vinny's lying to you. He's into that shit. He did that like Tarantino did with Salma Hayek's feet.
I thought about that. the other day too about how Tarantino is a foot fetish guy, and he wrote that part. Stick your toe in my mouth, Selma Hayek. Yeah, that was a hard day at work for him.
Hashtag me too.
Jerome says, Paul and Gene, are you coming for
I think we could take them.
Yeah, they're like 90.
They're old.
They are old.
Did you see Paul Stanley doing like fucking Frank Sinatra music and shit? It's terrible with that fruity voice of his. He's like, fly me to the moon.
That's right. I did it my way.
All right, guys. Zombeavers was great. In 2 weeks, we will watch Grave Encounters 1 and 2. Timeout?
No, that's a T. Terrific.
Oh, T, yes. Me and Luke gave it straight B's, which is the best reviewed movie so far that we have seen. Guys, we appreciate you in the chat. Share this stuff with your friends. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
And if you watch Grave Encounters, the first one, the second one is a little more easier to digest, but the first one, there's some scary shit in it. If you're going to watch it at night with your lights off. It's a scary fucking movie.
Which one's better, 1 or 2? Or are they both?
Oh, one by far. The ending for 2. The ending for 2 is pretty lame, but one had
shuts the story down though.
Yeah. Yeah, one has a better kind of commentary to it, even though it's found footage, but it's got a better commentary. I'm a fan of found footage. I don't know why people shit on it all the time. I thought like As Above, So Below. I thought As Above, So Below was fucking amazing. And
a whole series of what's it called? The Something Ghost. It's on Prime. It might probably on Tubi as well. The Something Ghost. There's like 15 of these movies now. And the first couple were really, really good, but you could tell they're low budget. And I'll remember it next week and tell you.
Well, we'll be waiting with bated breath.
Dude, I was watching a review for something. I was watching like a review of Star Wars or something from Nerdrotic on YouTube, and he threw in there like this was as bad as Amityville in Space.
No, no, don't say that. That one was one of the best movies we've watched, man. Amityville in Space is classic. So, Ramey's wife is mad at him, so we probably need to say goodbye.
He's got COVID. Leave him alone.
Yeah, exactly, lady. Uploaded an Atari 7800 list video to the Big and Funky YouTube production. We're doing a skit this week on the channel too, and we will hopefully in about 10 days have a new Wrestling with Ghosts up on the channel as well. So as we get ready to do our investigation of Proctor.
We had another Wrestling with Ghosts?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby.
Where?
The Greenback Castle. We've never made that episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to put that out there into the ether. Hopefully that's a good one. But Brandon, you got anything yourself?
Oh, I got some shit.
Oh, God. No.
Oh, here we go. God.
Flea Market Jones here.
.com. That's all I got to say. SciTV.com. That's where it's all at. If you're looking for it on Roku, it's down for a reason. But put a .com right here.
See, Remy, I will tell you this. I ordered some shirts from Brandon's. What's your T-shirt?
Human T-shirt
company, man.
The Human T-shirt company, and
just the Human Shirt company on Etsy.
And I got 2 shirts. One Mouth Hug That Pizza, and another one is just WJCAM, and they did not shrink in the washer and dryer.
They don't. Really? It's really weird. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's what I always worry about.
The colors aren't bloody.
Yeah. The green, I got the green, the army green, and it faded a little bit, but that's what I wanted it to do.
Well, there you go. And that's the Human Shirt Company, correct?
Yeah.
There's so many
up on my office wall here. I should have behind me, which I'd like to pitch, but I'm good.
Well, you got a bidet behind you now, guys. All right. So in 2 weeks, Grave Encounters.
$255. This could be yours. Trust me.
Well, I bet you're getting ready. That was what was that like a 4 a.m.
For that much money, it should go knuckle deep. You know what I'm saying?
What is that like a 4 a.m. QVC purchase or something? Anyway, guys, happy 4th of July. We love you. We're gonna get.
And Tubi, sign a contract with us. I want to be Tubi original.
Yes, Tubi. I know you're watching, and Tubi is a single entity man.
Oi, Faye.
Just fuck off. Just fuck off, Brandon. Just